Last night, Portugal played Spain in the UEFA Nations League final. It was the all-Iberian affair many of us had been looking forward to. But why do we call it that? Why is something that incorporates both Spain and Portugal, that refers to both Spain and Portugal, called Iberian? Well, you might answer that it's because the peninsula that those countries find themselves in today is called the Iberian Peninsula. But that sort of begs the question. Why do we even call the peninsula the Iberian Peninsula? Well, it turns out that this is one of those cases of a toponym. It's a case in which the place is referred to according to one particular geological feature. In this case, a river. You see, the earliest records of this term come from 6th century BC Greek settlers. Of course, many of us will know that Greek colonies were scattered across the southern Mediterranean at this time, and they referred to the territory as a whole as Iberus. Pardon my Greek pronunciation, any Greek speakers out there. The Romans, of course, kept and adopted this term, but the Greeks named it after the river. They named the river Iberus, and then the territory, the peninsula as a whole, after that river. And today, we of course keep that river's name, Ebro. So when you see Iberian, associate that with the river Ebro, which of course still runs through much of the Iberian Peninsula. But of course, you can't really talk about football and toponyms and important names without talking about the GOAT, Antony. And I wasn't just clickbaiting you in the thumbnail of this video. We will get to him because, you see, he played for a successful loan spell at Real Betis. And many of us will know that Real means royal, so it's a team in some sense approved by the Spanish royal family. But why Betis? I mean, the city that it's in is Sevilla. And if you look throughout Spain today, you can't find a place called Betis. That's another example of a river giving its name to a place in general. You see, the Romans called the river that we today call the Guadalquivir, they called that the Betica, the river of Betica, right? And in fact, that name for the river gave the southern territory, the southern province of the Roman province of Hispania, the southern portion, the name of Hispania Betica. And that's actually where Betis gets its name from today. So keep that in mind next time you turn on the TV to watch a bit of football. And I, like you, will certainly be hoping that Antony gets to continue his excellent spell at Betis, but we will leave that in the hands of the powers that be in the game. Now, as always, if I've made any mistakes, I do ask you to correct me down in the comments below. I'll remind you that we are trying to work a lot on our Instagram accounts, so follow us down there, and I hope to see you in the next video.
Before we finish off, I also realized that this is our 100th video, so I want to say thank you very much to everyone who's watched us up until this point. We hope to keep having you view our videos, and we want to thank you again for all the support. Take care.